Afternoon. We are the 17th of February. I've been to Hay and back this morning, about 20 to 3. Young Molly had a tennis trials up at Hay, which is good 2.5 hours north of here, or sort of northwest of here. So early start, we had to be up there by 8:30, so we were gone from here before 6. So up there and back again, which wasn't too bad. Brendan's here, he's been raking hay this morning and just chasing water for me. He's just here moving some ewes around. I'm back here in the workshop. So we've got this bit of inch plate here. I'm missing a set of trestles, I don't know where they've gone, but anyway. What I'm going to do is start and make these stubs up. So we'll cut the top and bottom plates, and we'll get them marked out anyway, and then cut them and drill them, and then we can get a bit of an idea of how we're going to sort of do it. I don't know, I was talking on the last one about using that part, but we might just cut a bit out of there perhaps and not worry about that. I'll just see. I haven't there's just a bit of design on the go, but that's all right. We roll like that most of the time. So yeah, I'll get them drawn up and marked, and then we can get a bit better picture of what we're going to do. I've marked, so these two are the top two for here, and then we've got our bottom two. The bottom two are a lot bigger because they will have that bolt to them, so they'll come out here somewhere, and I'm just not 100% sure where yet. What I've done, I've marked the holes and drilled them for the, I'm going to machine some bushes up just to give us a bit more purchase area for the pins. So I'll cut them now just a bit easier while it's all one piece, and then yeah, obviously I'll cut them out. I've given myself about a 5mm gap there just for the cut. The material will take it when we cut it, and these other ones won't matter, but yeah, hopefully I've got a brand new tip, so hopefully it'll cut it all right. So I still haven't tracked those other trestles down, but anyway, we'll have a shuffle around here. I'll cut these ones this end out, and then I'll shuffle it around so I can cut the other two out, and then yeah, we'll just see. We'll cut some radiuses and tidy all them up in time, but that'll get a start, and then we can look at cutting them up and getting them, fire them, laid up and getting them machined up. Got there in the end. Yeah, anyway, it's pretty heavy, that stuff, but anyway, that's alright. Might be due for a new pair of boots too, because I can feel sparks in my socks, which is never ideal. So I'll get a chisel and clean the spatter off there, the slag off there, and give them a clean up. And I hadn't intended on getting on the lathe today, but I might start it up. Yeah, I sort of need to get these made up and worked out before we probably really start and cut any more and design this front thing. The other thing we've got to do is, which I dug out the other day, is the small seeds box we've got. So we've got to work out how we're going to mount it as well on the front. So I'm thinking that frame that's going to come out of here, or the new frame, we'll just run some uprights up and then off here. But what I might do is just put a couple of tags back to the bin that bolt on, just to give it a bit more stability, because I reckon, you know, with the vibration it'll probably crack. It might crack, I don't know, but anyway, that's what I'm sort of thinking we'll do that with it. So, but yeah, I'll get these cleaned up, and then I'll probably just end up, I reckon I'll just cut that into 3 with the grinder. It's 150mm long, that one, so we'll just cut it up with the grinder and I can face it off and then bore them out individually then, rather than sticking it all in at once. Or yeah, we'll just see, we might even do that. We can stick it all in at one go, and then cut it up, and it's only a case of facing them off and squaring them up then. So, but yeah, we're getting there. Morning. Bit overcast still and cool. It's nice actually. What are we doing? We're going to start this irrigator again. The water's finished over at Woodlands, and it's thinking it will be the last watering. And even here at home, just looking at the probe before I came in here, it really has backed off its water usage. Obviously, like, it's been a lot cooler too. It's, you know, when it's 22 degrees as opposed to 38 or 9 degrees, the water use is obviously going to be a fair bit different. This stuff's actually moving along not too, like, reasonably quickly. We've still got a bit to go yet, but yeah, cobs are developing. Looks really good actually, so that's nice. We got moved to full water allocation yesterday. So effectively, I have explained this in the past, but for you new guys, we basically get allocated how much water we get to use, and then we can go into the market and buy more water if we need to. So we had, and then you can carry water from year to year. So effectively, we've got 800 megalitres of water. I'll do it in round figures rather than some odd number. So, you know, we were sitting at, I think we were sitting at 60%, but we'll say 50% for round numbers. So we had been allocated 400 megalitres of water for this season. And then you're actually allowed to carry over 50% of your allocation year on year. So I just can't remember what we did carry over. I think we might have been 200 megs in round figures. So now we moved to full allocation. So I think we've only ended up with another 80 or 90 megalitres of water or something like that. I haven't actually had it checked, but so, you know, irrigation season runs from effectively 1st of July to 30th of June. So we've already used water on our winter crop and that sort of stuff for this year's allocation. So we're going to have to buy some water at some point in time going forward. Water was trading about 130 temporary water, which what it's called. We just buy it in for that season. It was trading at about $135, I think, roughly. And I just had a look last night, and it's back to $100. So that's good. So I'm hoping it might drop back more. You know, like we're the middle of February, why they've only given us 100% water allocation now, they would have known months ago this was going to be the scenario. This is the world we live in. So yeah, anyway, if you'd gone in last week and bought water at $135 and turned around today and can buy it 100, you'd be a bit annoyed. So anyway, that's the system is broken, but trying to fix it's another issue altogether. Anywho, we'll get this going. Just going to run 20 mil on. I'll go over and just check to see. I hope the water's going to finish off over at Woodlands this morning. So I'll just go and see where it's up to. I did back it off last night, just because we were going to have a bit extra water, but that won't matter. It'll just run into the recycle dam. Brendan's here spraying burrs this morning, but yeah, I'll get over there, do that, and then come back and keep chipping away at this air card. I've got to go to town this morning. Young Molly's got a last swimming carnival. She's in year 6, so we'll go on and watch her swim a few laps, and then just probably try and concentrate on this axle and the air cut for the day. Right, fast forward half a day. Things just haven't sort of probably gone to plan. Where I was hoping I might have been today, I haven't really progressed any further with this stuff. Just been on the phone and sorting a bit of other stuff out. A few emails. Irrigator's going down there, so I got it going. I mentioned that earlier. We were starting it earlier on. Don't know after it. I'm not sure. Probably should go back and look at the video. But anyway, I started it and it stopped the motor, and I don't know what was going on. It wouldn't run. It had only run for about 30 seconds and then stopped. But it seems to have settled down, so it's done a quarter of the circle now. I'll order water for the other flood in the morning. That will be its last watering. It's all bar probably stopped using water, looking at the probe, which is good. He went and got the grader board, so we're just trying to level off where we'd been mucking around with the laser bucket over on the new block and also out the back. So he'll get into that in the morning. He's knocked off now, but he's going to start again early in the morning and spray some burrs. I might just do an hour here now and try and progress these a bit more. I've sort of been thinking about a bit of a plan for the front and how we do that. Might just chip away here for a little bit and try and get a bit done, because it's a bit of a stalled at the moment. I've got another meeting in the morning about 10:30, which is here, so that'll take an hour or a couple of hours possibly, and then we'll try and put a fair hole in this tomorrow with a bit of luck. We'll just see how we go. One more down, actually, probably. Well, I shouldn't have probably done it, but I did. So I had the lathe spinning, and then I marked a line with the bit that parting bit, not the parting bit, just the normal machining bit that we use for facing off. So I just marked 50 mil, and then I just got the grinder while lathe was spinning, and yeah, just held it there and let it cut it through. So yeah, didn't work too bad. So while I was waiting, while that was boring there before, I just tacked one in. So I'll might we grab that back to the lathe in a minute, and we probably don't need to. It's actually probably not too bad. Yeah, and we can tack another one in while we're boring another one. I've got, you know, we don't have to go that far. We've already sort of halfway there on the next bush. So yeah. Anyway, we're getting there. Another one done. So we've got about enough left there to yeah, face it off. Got the grinder there. I've just put a leather blanket there just to protect the bed from the grinding sparks. Yeah, so here we go. Won't be sketchy at all. So yeah, I'll just face that off now and flip him around so it's square against the chuck, and we can bore that out, and yeah, we're making good progress. I'm just using the leftover bit of inch plate here just for a flat surface to get these bushes set up. There you go. You can see what's going on there, can you? Righto. So effectively got a left and a right. So I just can't remember how I did this now. Something like that. If I flip that over, that'll be that side, right? Trying to set it up about the same distance as what we had with the other plate. Not that it matters a hell of a lot. What I've cut. Set that up like that if we can. is I'll get a bit of shaft and then we'll get it over and set it up so the pin, and I'll get all that stuff up there and I'll tip it over and I'll put a pin through there and we'll clamp it up and then we'll tack the top one on, and yeah, hopefully it all goes to plan. I'll just set that up there. I've just got it clamped there, so it's that disc. It's actually been having that disc there's actually worked out pretty well because it's given it a bit extra surface area. Work pretty well. I've got it's about 3 mil roughly, not even, gap just between the top of the bush and the bottom of the plate there, so hopefully that should work out alright. Near enough or rough enough, one of the two. Hopefully. Careful the pin doesn't fall out and land on my foot. So that's what we're sort of getting at. So what I'll do is, when I'll sort of work it out, what we're going to do with this arm, but it'll effectively just, the stub axle will weld on underneath there, or we'll attach it somehow. Whether we get a bit of this 100 by 50, 150 by 150 box and put that under there and make it up as a sleeve so we can pull the stub axle out if we need to. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out, because it's thick, that axle, as far as, you know, drilling through it, it'd be good to be able to drill through it and put a bolt in it, but I'll just have a play around and come up with an idea. But yeah, effectively we'll put one of these on, make another one up for the other side, and I can't see why that won't work. So we'll just have to make up a mechanism in time for that control arm. Again, we're sort of, I haven't cut that to length or done anything with it yet until we get these made up and I've, you know, got a proper idea of where we're going to be. But yeah, obviously we'll take the corners off that, and just need to work out where we're going to end up with that thing. You know, if we're, depending on how far we turn, it's probably got to be out, without that dropping off and landing on my foot, it's probably got to be out there somewhere, so we can turn. But again, we need to, like, whether we get a stub axle on there and we hang it off the telehandler even, and we can lift that up, put a wheel on it, and we can turn our angle and just work out how long our new bit needs to be to come out the front here, so when the wheels turn, like on full lock or something, they don't come back and foul on the frame, which, yeah, but I don't think it'll break anyway. We're probably a little bit overkill, but anyway, that's all right. It's just the way it is. I prefer it this way than having it too light and it does break. It just makes it a bit hard to handle when it's this big. But yeah, well, obviously we'll neaten this up a bit, clean the corners and that up. But yeah, it's gonna. I can't see why that won't work. There is a bit of. I've got a little bit of movement in there. I know those bushes aren't, as I said, I'm a welder, not a machinist, so there is a bit of slack in the bushes. Or that bit of 150, I just, while I was boring the bushes out, I just cut them out of there, cut a bit off there just to resurrect that. So I'll cut another one off there for the other side, and then depending on what we do here, we can now, well, at least now we can determine a length, which will be good. But I'm just not sure whether we, on the chaser bin, it's got a similar sort of axle. That might be round though. I actually welded a plate on it like that, but bigger with 4 bolt holes, and you can just unbolt it and slide it out if you need to. So that may even, something like that may work too. Yeah, rather than welding it in, we might be able to make a sleeve. Well, same as that, cut them off and redo them. Well, the back one's going to go anyway because we'll cut it off back here somewhere, but knock that one off. I don't know why they got welded on so well, but anyway. Yeah, we can make a sleeve so it slides in there, and then make up a couple of plates to go on the outside here with 4 bolts, and then at least then if we do bust an axle or we do a bearing or something like that, we can get them out. Tomato, doesn't really matter, but yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. But anyway, we're rolling along pretty well. As you can see, it's going to come together pretty quickly if I can get at it. Like I've been an hour and, I don't know, it's 7 o'clock now. I've been 2 hours roughly, and I've machined those bushes and got them tacked on. So yeah. Righto, that'll do for this one. We are making progress, which is good. Again, tomorrow, hopefully I can have a big day in here, and we can make a bit of progress and start and get this front back on. Good couple of days, as I kept saying, a good couple of days at it would get us there, but it's just getting those couple of days. So, righto, thanks again. See you next time. Bye bye.